monorail be a wet trip to the west, to the Spa-Francorchamps circuit from the Grand Prix of Belgium. Out on the course to watch practice, we became so intrigued by the spray and the speed and the ice rink-like attitude of these cars that we just sat back and watched. Why don't you watch this with us? It's pretty exciting. Like that? So did we. National Circuit of Frankfurt. 5 June 1955, dawn, pregnant swimming. The second largest road racing circuit in Europe, the Spa-Francorchamps circuit is involved. It's a part of the Belgian highway system, beautifully maintained this year. Much of it has been resurfaced. Radio Luxembourg was there. 5 microphones pointing in all directions to give real fine coverage. And the ungarbled word is being sent to the Argentine by Fangio's personal reporter. Television cameras from 4 countries on this tower. All we use is that fast panning cameraman from Radio Monte Carlo on top left to send the whole thing down to the starting line. The great event was the arrival of King Leopold of Belgium. I should say former King Leopold. He abdicated several years ago in favor of his son Baudouin. He arrived with his beautiful wife, the Princess Dorothy. Leopold has long been a fancier of high-performance automobiles and is a frequent attender at many of the European circuits. He's a controversial figure in Belgian politics, but the crowd shows that there is still a great deal of admiration left for him. Discusses a few fine points of racing with Fangio and Moss, Kling, Art Kaiser, members of the Mercedes entourage, John Fitch in the background, Harry Schell of the Ferrari team, Paul Frere, Maurice Trintignant, and pens up to the stands with several of the other race officials. The normal teams in the Grand Prix circuit, Lancia, Ferrari, Mercedes, so on and so forth. Maserati was back again. Lancia represented only by 1 car this time, having withdrawn the balance of the teams in deference to Ascari's recent death of Monza. Mercedes arrived with nothing special we could see on the cars, a very similar configuration to what they've been running in the past. Roberto Mieres of the Maserati team drives a Ford Thunderbird, as do several of the other drivers, such as Maglioli from Ferrari. An old friend from Monaco, Maurice Trintignant, signs an autograph for an admirer. Very charming young fellow and very good driver. Paul Frere on the left and Gilbert Therion on the right. 2 fine Belgian competitors. Roberto Mieres closer up this time out of his Thunderbird, and 2 old friends from Pau on the left, Louis Rosier and Jean Barra. Down on the start-finish line is an interesting monument at Spa, dedicated to Freddie Charlier, fallen in a race for the Automobile Sport on the 6th of July, 1929. His friends, and a very sentimental touch of a fallen arrow. Just a few minutes now before race time. Cameras are getting set up for television. About 13 minutes to go. Announcements are being made to the crowd and the tension begins to build up. Tension begins to mount up. Royal Automobile Club of Spa provides a service for the movie photographer Sterling Moss, a last-minute Piece of good luck. Fangio with a few last-minute preparations. A driver's meeting. As good as these fellows are, they still never miss a driver's meeting. The countdown is explained. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so on, so on. Before the flag drops, they all nod their head and understand. Just about it. They've got the engines warmed up. The course has been cleared. There they go. They're off. Mercedes number 4 comes around very fast on the outside. The green entry is Mike Hoffer and the Van Wall special. Down through the red water turn, as they call it, and up toward the top of the hill. Variable radius uphill. Very, very tricky setup. All the cars get away with, of course, we always have in every event. One retarded starter who never seems to get away with everyone else. Mechanics have about 4 minutes before the first car will come around, so they all run back to their pits and get set down for approximately 2.5 hours of racing. Electric starters, and Neubauer walks back to the pit. Fangio and Moss are first around, 1-2, as usual, like they've been all season in the Mercedes. Followed by Castellani, who had the fastest time in practice. Followed by, Kling is back in 4th spot, Farina's in 3rd spot in the Ferrari. Fangio again. A beautiful driver. You have to see him to believe him. And there they go again. Kling in number 12. Paul Frere with the yellow helmet. Belgian driver, and of course the crowd had their eyes on him. His first race with the Ferrari factory team. The hairpin. Fangio steers it out. Remember the way he handles this. You'll see another driver come through here later on in a different manner. Down to the start-finish line. Just past the start-finish line, down past the pits. It's all downhill. Even this is slightly downhill. It's very tricky. Terry takes way on the inside. Cuts back across the inside of the other one. The Mercedes photographer taking a few pictures and watched them jump on the top of this hill. Get completely airborne. Dusty Mayen took these particular sequences. One of the Lancias, or the Lancia, I should say. Slow motion. It should give you a little idea how rough this course is when they come over the top. And the Mercedes comes up over the top. Peniza. Paul Frere again. Let's watch him spin it out. Lets it go, lets it snap back. That's Farina, former world champion. Still a great driver. Musso in the Maserati. One of the officials goes out with I couldn't figure out this coat or a rag and wipes up some of the oil from the course. Spread dust just like we do it here. Rosier in the blue Maserati gave the go-ahead signal, but there was no chance for Fangio to get around that particular place. Part of it was Kling. Castellani still going. Fastest qualifying time, both the